What's up? What's good? I see Nicholas Jacobs still controlling the notifications. He's like, we in here. All right. He showed up early. Get it early, not late. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta fix this camera. There it is. Oh, what's up, Kev Cook? I see you. So the NBA released their schedule today. I don't know if most of you guys saw it or not, but they released the schedule. And it was just what I thought it was. You're going to get an overload of Lakers versus Clippers. They kick it off the first game of the season. Golden State versus the Brooklyn Nets. And then, just to kick off that rivalry, Kevin Durant versus Draymond and Steph and all that. So they can get that turmoil going. And then you got LeBron them playing against the Clippers. Of course, right? They only did that last year. Of course, right? They only did that last year. Look at that. Even my phone knows. My phone, like, of course, they only did that last year. Now, the league has been famously known for doing things that others consider to be like out of pocket. The league is going to make changes accustomed to the league. And that's just that. And people can say what they want. It's just not going to matter. They're just going to keep doing what they're doing to see if they can get another dollar. They don't care about the game. Game means nothing to them. They don't care if you don't like it. They just want to do what they want to do. Now, preseason is next week. Next Friday, a week ago in 7 days. In 7 days, you will have the preseason. Now, what was worked out this year that others wasn't? The NBA this season, y'all, is not testing for marijuana anymore. Woo! You know how huge that is? So for this whole season that's coming up, LeBron can smoke up. They're not testing for weed. I wonder who came up with that rule. Oh, that must be another Kawhi rule, right? Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. No weed smoking. I mean, you can smoke as much as you want this league. But before that, all throughout the NBA's history, there's been no smoking. They let them do it in the bubble, and now for the rest of this season, they can smoke as much as they want. Smoke up. It's the sticky as the icky. From your boy Rick James. Now, here's the thing that's baffling. With all that transpired, never would smoke. Hello, Sharon Bonner. Yes, they'll be playing on Christmas. The very first game you're going to get is the Orlando Magic versus the Atlanta Hawks. I know your mouths are watering for that game, but just relax. The second game of preseason will be the Knicks and the Pistons. Then you got the Rockets and Bulls. Then, of course, the Clippers and the Lakers play on December 11th. The Kings follow that. They playing the Blazers. Then that Saturday, you got the Thunder and the Spurs playing. Pacers and the Cavaliers. Raptors versus Hornets. Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. That ought to be a good game. Dallas versus the Bucks. Nuggets versus Golden State. The Jazz versus the Suns. And then here we go. Everything kicked right back off. The same two teams play again on Sunday. Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic. Wizards play the Nets, Knicks and Pistons again, Rockets and Bulls, Clippers and Lakers, Sacramento Kings versus the Trailblazers. Now here come the Cavaliers and Pacers and all these other teams that they don't care about. Then Celtics start their preseason off playing the 76ers on the 15th. Then the Lakers play the Phoenix Suns. Finally, they play a different team. The Clippers end up playing the Utah Jazz. And that's going to end preseason. Oh, yeah. They've already took those extra liberties. Oh, man, I forgot I sent the link out. I'm like, look, Nick is sitting right there.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm, even though it's not even early. It's late than a mug. But
Yeah, it is. It's late even for me.
Uh-huh.
Whew.
You're not gonna fall asleep, are you?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, but
yeah, that was tea.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying it was me. I'm like, dude, I was already asleep. I got off the screen. I told y'all, I'm like, look, y'all gonna have to talk on this one because I did a lot of talking that day. I'm like, I'll go StreamYard, but y'all gonna have to hold it down.
Her teeth snoring. This is hilarious. Cino got to turn this dog on live off.
Yeah, I was knocked out.
Yeah. So, see, they pushing this little BS narrative with the Clippers and Lakers. Of course, they shove that rivalry down people's throats. All the games they playing. Yep. Yeah, I think it's a little too early. You know what I mean?
Kenny, no. What's up?
I'm in this bad boy. What's up, Pino? What's up, Nicholas? I'm in
there. We got Mac Fat back. Okay, believe it.
Oh, man, what up with it, Mac?
What's up with it, baby?
Yeah. Where you been at, man?
I
said, where you been at, man?
Shit, I've been getting this bread, man.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I've been watching y'all go live, though. I've been keeping up with y'all. I've been watching y'all though go hard. Yeah, I've been watching y'all go live, though. I've been keeping up with y'all. I've been watching y'all though go hard.
Yeah, so far they got game 1. They're gonna kick it off on the 22nd. I don't think it's actually on Christmas. I think it's on the 22nd. And they got Brooklyn versus the Golden State Warriors.
Cino, what you think Zion Williams gonna do?
It depends on, like, is he in shape? Is he healthy? What's going on? He's saying he's looking good. He looked like he's in great shape. But I've seen him look like great shape before. They come in there big as hell. Okay, somebody got to turn their audio down. I'm hearing double.
What's up, C-Pan?
Shoot, I'm hearing double too. Is it me?
Right. CP for the win.
Is it me?
No, it's not you.
No, it ain't you.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Hello? Okay, we good here. All right.
It might have been my TV, fellas.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Who knows, though?
Yeah, we rolling now.
Y'all good?
All right.
Hey, I got a question, Cino, before you get into the schedule. What you think about the Batum?
That deal bringing him over?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still hearing it.
Yeah, you talking about bringing him on the team? Bringing Batum, the trade they got?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
what you think about that?
I don't think it's really gonna help him. I think Batum is overrated to me. I think he's a walking 6 fouls.
Nah, he just.
Well, they ain't got no point guard yet.
Yeah, they signed Reggie Jackson to be the point guard. So they got Reggie Jackson playing point. You know they in trouble.
Reggie Jackson, sorry though.
Of course he is.
Clippers, they done. They done.
Oh God.
I won't say they done.
Yeah, he been injured.
They just got problems with the point. Because Pat Bev is a backup point. If Pat Bev gonna start, of course. Pat Bev get hurt every year. So,
very sorry.
And then next thing you know, you stuck with Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, but here's my thing though, man. When you bring back Marcus Morris and Reggie Jackson, man, you just asking yourself for trouble, man.
They brought back Marcus Morris too.
Yeah,
they brought back Morris.
$46 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought back Morris.
That little hot head.
Yeah, I mean, y'all let Green go. I understand that Green wanted to. Okay, somebody got to do something with this double audio.
Yeah,
Is it me, Cino?
It might be. If y'all got your audio up too loud.
I don't know. I'm asking you. Is it?
So I got my AirPods in.
Let me
Nah.
see.
Hello?
Hello?
I can still hear it.
Hello? All right. Mac, you there?
Yeah, is it me?
No, it wasn't you at all. It was Nicholas.
I think it is.
Oh,
It's me.
That's what it sounded like. Hold on.
I'm on my laptop. That can't be me. Because I'm hearing myself echo.
Right. Hold on. Hello? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it ain't Nick. Hello? Test.
We already went through mine.
hello?
All right, we still good. All right, we should be good. I think it's better now.
Yeah, I still kind of hear it though.
Cena, who you got winning it all?
Who I got winning it all? Hard to tell. This is another pandemic season. So let me see. They gonna put LeBron back in there.
Yeah, I think the Lakers gonna win it all. LeBron gonna three-peat.
They might pull that because that's the only thing he never done.
Oh hell.
I mean, I wouldn't want to see it, but they desperate for money right now.
That's why they getting them. That's why they getting him all these players so he can three-peat.
Man, where the hell you been at? Good Lord.
The married life, man. That's what happened.
Man, what's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
What's good, Sledge?
What's going on?
Yeah, we
Where
been
you
talking
been?
to your wife. She normally be in here all the time.
Yeah,
But they
man.
desperate for money right now.
That's why they getting them.
Exactly. Yeah, I got the caveman
That's
been
why they getting him all
everything
these
going.
players
I'm
so he
fine.
can three-peat.
Man, where the hell you been at? Good Lord. Okay, see, this is okay.
The echo is strong.
Yeah. All right.
All
But
right.
yeah, man, I see y'all. You and McFat been grinding.
Man, we've been grinding, boy. I know I have. Trying to keep my hotel open, trying to keep my staff together, going through audit. So
Yeah, audit ain't no fun.
it ain't no fun at all, man. We almost got a perfect score, man. I was so proud of my team.
That's what's up.
Yes, I got the caveman beard going, just for a little while. We'll go from there.
I can't even fully grow my beard, man. I still got the little peach fuzz mustache.
It'll come. It'll come. Trust
Yeah,
me.
I'm about to say it'll come
I
with
still
time,
got the
man.
chops, you know what I mean?
For real. For real. But yo, the Chicago Bulls, get ready for them 7 seed, baby.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm telling y'all right now.
Hey,
I am
man, to be
excited.
honest
Patrick
with
Williams
you,
gonna
the
be dope,
way
though.
things are going right now, the Chicago Bulls, they can crack the 7th seed to me.
That's
I think
right.
they can.
There you go. There you go, Nick.
It's open.
That's that Chicago
It's open.
brainwash.
I said the way things are going right now.
Hey,
You know what I mean? I'm not no hey.
Bulls, they ain't going nowhere.
They
I'm
not
telling
going
you.
nowhere, man. I just said the
They going to
best they
be
can
the
do is make the
7th
playoffs.
seed. We didn't say they
That's
win the
that
championship.
I'm telling you, that's that Chicago. I can't get mad at it.
The best thing they could do is just make the playoffs. That's what I just said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they ain't of
And
course
I
they aren't
like
going in.
what they did in the draft, man.
Nick,
They
what
were
you said?
smart.
Chicago gonna do what?
Be the
I said the
7th
best
seed.
thing. Yeah, that's the best thing they could do.
You gonna see how a team that shouldn't be lose. You're gonna be like, how are they losing? It's gonna be like they the Bulls.
But
They
you know
are
what?
the Bulls.
But you know what? I think having Mo Cheeks and Donovan on your coaching staff is going to be a big difference compared to what they had before.
Oh, I know they had Dumb and Dumber on the bench last year.
Yeah, you got guys like Myers, Pete Myers, all these. And look, I'm for former Chicago Bulls, but these dudes was busted. You got Pete Myers on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, at least put Bill Cartwright back up there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go
His
that
knees
route.
was hurting him. Cartwright knees is killing him. He's like, I can't keep going back.
Right.
I mean, they putting him under the bare minimum to be the coach too.
Right.
He
Right.
was the lowest paid coach in NBA history.
Now that was a shame. That was a shame. But you know what?
Ryan talking something else.
I'm telling you.
Yo, what's good, fellas? Good to see you back, Sledge.
Man, thank you, man.
Oh, Frank, that's you with the look.
Uncle Frank, what up?
Yeah, man, you know I had to come and make a special appearance. Mr. Sledge came back, Matt Pat came back. I know Matt Pat wanted to know why they didn't win. I got a new picture. That's not the face of somebody that wins.
There you go.
That's not the face of somebody that gets the win.
That ain't the face of somebody that wins. You know what I mean?
They didn't win though.
They can't.
They didn't win though.
They can't win.
Matt Pat, good to see you back, brother.
Man, it's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all again too. Especially Cino, man. I ain't forget about you, Cino, man. Just been grinding. It's like I live at my hotel, man. Especially with this COVID stuff, man. It ain't no joke.
I know, man. It seemed like you was doing a bid, man. That's why I'm like, you just like you came home from a bid.
Yeah, no, man.
Like he broke out.
What
stripes on? He just broke out.
Yeah, man. Shoot, like Sam Cooke, we living on the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, but you know how it is. You know, when you black and you top the leadership, you got to show up and show out all the time.
Yeah, you said what, Back Fat? What about the Patreon?
So you been going hard on that Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Shit, I've been watching that. I've been getting caught up on that.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I just uploaded it about 10 minutes ago.
Did you put that? Did you put that Kobe video on there when he shut LeBron down?
Oh, that's coming. Because the NBA kind of blocked the last one. Like I guess they know everybody. Yeah, they blocked the last one, so I'm gonna put it back again.
No, trust and believe me, bro. I didn't seen the game many a times, dog. I remember seeing that All-Star game back in 2013. It was a beautiful day to watch, man.
There's a part a lot of people didn't see.
Exactly.
And I had that part of there. Is what he actually say.
Oh.
And yeah, see, people didn't know Kobe was actually speaking. And he told another teammate, and they was talking when he blocked LeBron's shot and they gave LeBron a foul. And he went over there and said, "Oh yeah, I can't say it. We live." But he was like, "That MF can't score on me."
Oh yeah,
I thought he meant something like that. So you got the actual audio?
He did.
You got the actual audio of him saying it?
Yeah, well, I had the video, and you could like hear him.
Okay, yeah, I seen him mouth it.
Yeah,
I'm ready to watch that.
That was funny.
That mother FK score on me.
Yeah, boy. I remember watching that doggone game, and that was beautiful to watch. Oh man, it was so beautiful.
Yeah, man.
So he was locked in.
That was not me. Everybody keep thinking that was me snoring. I was snoring on my couch because I got off the street. That was T yesterday because when I woke up, he woke me up. I was asleep, and I hear. I'm like, who in my house? I thought I woke
Sleeping Beauty. T.
T Supreme Taco Bell. The guy been beating him, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, T Supreme. What's happening with your name?
Man, it's funny though, because he was the one calling everybody out, talking about, man, it's always somebody snoring on this mug.
Who's that snoring though? They snoring live.
Right.
Oh man, he ended up getting caught.
Yeah, boy, that T Supreme, the Taco Bell got to him.
Sleep for real. He must still be asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
He must have been on that drink.
The upper room.
Yeah, but I think the way things are going, I think Miami could still make it back to the championship. You know what I mean? To the finals.
Absolutely. They added Mo Harkless. They got rid of Jay Crowder. They got Avery Bradley. Miami still in contention. The kid they got, Precious Achua, that's a nice pickup right there. They in contention.
They're
Yeah, they
they're
are.
still strong.
I think it's gonna be Durant. I think Durant and them gonna go.
Nah,
Well, no,
Can't be
man.
I
close.
I
It's
don't
gonna be
Durant.
think
Nah,
close.
it's
It's
gonna be
gonna work
kind of
out.
hard for them to make that
I
fight
don't.
in their first year back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coming back from injury.
And you know what? And I'm worried about Kevin Durant. When I
He
hear
gonna look.
Achilles, man, it's a scary situation. So many legends got put down by Achilles. I mean, Klay Thompson, I hope he doesn't have to be forced to retire, but
Yeah, normally when
that's a
it's
scary
Achilles,
situation.
with Kevin Durant, you don't have to worry about the Achilles going. It'd be another thing on the other leg. That's the only thing, because you've been overcompensating for it for so long. Normally your knee give out on your other leg, or you pull a sprain, your MCL. That's normally how it happens. You see John Wall went through the same exact thing.
That's true.
He
Yeah.
tore his
That's true.
ACL and his MCL, same thing.
Derrick Rose too.
Yeah.
Yep, Kobe, same
Kobe,
thing.
and it
Kobe
messed up
came
Kobe
back
even
from
worse.
ACL, then he messed up his knee on
Yeah.
the other leg.
Yeah.
When
And
he
it,
came back. He
and it
played
messed him
about
up even worse because he was older.
And I'm also worried about Kyrie Irving. I mean, look, he's got to show that he can be durable in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
know.
every other
He
year
wants to
he's
play the
hurt.
full season.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're gonna contend and be in the finals, both of those guys got to be healthy. And I don't
So, you
like
know,
their supporting
how,
cast either.
Yo, what you say, Mac?
so you know how they be getting hurt. And look, if they train, if they got all this money, how are they getting hurt so easily?
Cause you putting wear and tear on your body.
Yeah, it just happens.
Constant wear and tear.
Traveling, and that's wear and tear on your knees. That's why they icing their knees out there every game. That's
Yeah.
stuff
Fatigue.
wear and tear on your body. All that jumping and coming down, jumping, stopping, running, stopping, cutting.
It's
That's
fatigue.
your body was not supposed to be doing all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Consistently. So
It's constant wear and tear on your body.
To go.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's constant wear and tear on your body. It's fatigue.
Yeah. That's why LeBron be taking it easy.
Yeah, but look, if you spend it,
you said what?
if you millions of dollars though, I mean,
Well, you could have $3 billion worth of.
LeBron said he spent millions and millions of dollars. He ain't tipped. He the bionic man.
The human body.
LeBron said he the bionic man.
Nah, LeBron, he's just being smarter. You get other horses to work for you, so he don't have to do the
LeBron
heavy
making business
lifting.
decisions out there.
Right,
Yeah,
right. That's what it is. Get the young boys to do the hard work.
Yeah, get Anthony Davis to do all the hard work. Then after a while, when the fourth quarter comes around, like what I mean, when garbage time comes around, he'll come by and pick up the little scraps.
Right, it's no cherry picking, right?
You've been doing that since 25.
Right, you've been doing. Oh, you say what?
There ain't no cherry picking, right?
There ain't no cherry picking
from that dude on the line.
Oh yeah, ain't no such thing as stat packing, right? Yeah.
Great. Yeah, that was so stupid.
Like y'all trust Steve Nash. I'm like, Steve Nash ain't gonna be running no team.
No.
Yeah, that's Mike D'Antoni. That's Mike D'Antoni gonna be behind all that. It's gonna be Mike D'Antoni system with Steve Nash.
Steve Nash is the face. D'Antoni is the man behind it, really running things, and then Kyrie, you know what I'm saying?
So what y'all think LeBron gonna do this year? What you think he gonna average?
Oh, what are you gonna average? I mean, 22, 23.
Yeah, I say 20 points a game.
Barely getting up to 20 points. Barely getting up to 20 points. Barely.
Right. He's got to struggle to get there.
23, 24.
Yeah. Getting about 9 uncontested rebounds.
Score, he got to struggle.
Yeah, exactly. Getting about 9 uncontested rebounds and about 8 or 9 forced assists.
You know what?
What you think the Lakers starting lineup will be? Will Dennis Schroeder start at point guard, and will Wesley Matthews start over KCP?
Yeah, I would put both of them.
I would probably have Wesley Matthews come off the bench. I have Wesley Matthews come off the bench, and I'll probably have to do that because I wouldn't give a damn what happened to KCP. Let him use up all them damn fouls early, So then Wesley Matthews gonna get hit with it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
what?
yeah,
Hey,
let him
what?
shoot himself out the game.
Fourth quarter, you gonna want
They'll
Wesley
keep the clutch
Matthews.
Klein in the starting lineup.
Yeah, let KCP shoot himself out the game. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he came up big in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say he should come off the bench and start Matthews.
Yeah.
You know, this way you don't have to play, Davis all that much. You know, he can get a bigger rest with him being out there, with Matthews being out there.
Matthews can play man-to-man D, so you
Right.
don't want him out there on the floor.
Right, exactly. He should be the starter. KCP needs to be on the bench.
Right. I mean, yeah, we put him in the bench when it's like third and fourth quarter. You know, I don't want to get out there either. When Matthews come over. That's why Matthews fresh. He ain't got no fouls on him, so he can just go out and play ball and be aggressive. What you don't want is a Wesley Matthews out there with 4 fouls. And
right.
You got to try to play off somebody.
That's right. Now I'm worried about Milwaukee.
How you think Wesley Matthews is going to adjust the LeBron system? Because you know Wesley Matthews likes to hold the ball, jab step, take a dribble, and pull up. You know what I'm saying? LeBron gonna be kicking it to him at the last second for a jump.
That's the thing. They probably ain't gonna be on the court that much together because LeBron gonna be on the bench by the time Matthews in there. If they are in there together in this clutch time, I'm quite sure they're gonna work up a system where he just got to get a ball to LeBron, and then after that point, it'd be like, look, I gave it to LeBron.
Right.
I did what y'all asked me to do. Now I could take the shot. Now the problem is what they gonna do with Kyle Kuzma because he's the odd man out right now.
They're gonna trade him.
Yeah, he got
because you know what's funny about that. You know what's funny about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You want to know what's funny about that? I see LeBron tweet said that LeBron said Kyle Kuzma is gonna be like the most. He's gonna be like the player that takes the biggest leap this season. So I was like, okay, so you're gonna trade him to a situation where he can finally hoop.
Right.
Is that what you said?
Exactly. Right.
Shit, everybody leave LeBron to become all stars. Brandon Ingram, everybody.
You got all these
you right, Frank.
Y'all put on the team, and I'm like, where's Kyle Kuzma playing? Is he still coming off the bench? Is he starting? What y'all doing?
Right. I mean, he's a guy. He's a player that needs the ball in his hand. You know what I mean? And LeBron is in his way, and the best way he can flourish is by him going somewhere else.
Yeah, I just hope he can land in a good spot because like Ingram is in a good spot in New Orleans.
Yeah,
you know, and he's gonna grow and he's gonna continue his own all-star career.
That's
right. The Clippers play the Lakers.
Oh, he'll land in a good spot. You know what I'm saying? He been riding that Jenny bus. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, you gotta put that work in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
like Mr. James, baby.
He ain't never missed that bus.
right. Now, what was you saying about the Clippers?
I said the Clippers and Lakers play each other 3 times in the first week. In 1 week, they play each other 3 times.
Man, the NBA is desperate for ratings, aren't they?
Right. 2 preseason games against the Clippers.
No, they are.
Then you start the season off with the Clippers. I'm like, people just watched it twice. Now they got to watch it a third time on the first day to kick it off. That's how you know they're desperate.
Mm-hmm.
The writing is on the wall. You know, they coming out with Brooklyn Golden State. They're not even thinking about Giannis. I was like, y'all ain't thinking about the Bucks or Giannis at all.
Well, I got problems with what Milwaukee's doing right now. I don't see them being strong at all. I think they take a step back.
Strong if they got Bogdanovich.
Yeah,
that would have really.
Yeah, because Giannis winning him.
Right.
Giannis winning Bogdanovich.
Players away. People think like they needed a whole bunch of players. They didn't. They just had to get rid of about 2, 3. Bledsoe had to go.
Yeah, Bledsoe had to go.
Exactly, man. That Eric the discipline. Yeah, Eric the disappearing act Bledsoe, man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, what about guys like Middleton? Middleton is inconsistent too in the starting lineup.
Of course.
George was inconsistent.
But Giannis would have helped out in that area.
George over the hill, baby, he gone.
Right. But what
Eric Bledsoe?
Eric Bledsoe went to the Pelicans, right?
Yeah, he went to the Pelicans, which is a good fit because he can, because they got rid of Holiday.
Yeah.
Because Holiday got traded.
He got traded to Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee now.
So
I wonder how that's gonna work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering how this is gonna work because Holiday is a ball dominant point guard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gonna get his.
Right. I think Milwaukee needs more of a facilitator and a floor,
the floor general. Yeah,
you know what I mean, to get everybody set.
Exactly. I would have got Rubio if that was the case.
Yeah.
You know,
where's Rubio still at? Where is he?
I thought he was still in Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, but man, you
Giannis still ain't signed the contract though.
What's that, Mac?
Giannis might leave. He ain't signed the extension.
He ain't going.
Well, he got to December 21st. He got to December 21st. He'll eventually sign it.
Yeah,
he's eventually gonna sign it.
Yeah, he's just taking his sweet time.
Why would he go anywhere else? Man?
What if he don't?
I've been hearing people talk about, oh, he might go to Miami. I'm like, what would he go to Miami for? To be a second option? That makes no sense at all.
Right, he's the star in Milwaukee. He likes being the star in the face.
Yeah. And as far as
but he ain't really doing nothing at the first option though.
Oh,
he is. He just needs pieces
2
around him.
MVPs and a defensive player of the year.
Right.
I think he's doing something.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but he ain't showing up. But he ain't showing up in the playoffs though.
He is. It's the team around him that's not showing up. It's Middleton not showing up. It's Eric Bledsoe that wasn't showing up for
work. He needs the horses around him, man.
Right, it's the horses.
But what I'm saying in the playoffs, he don't score nothing like 20-some points a game.
Yeah, because it's 1-on-5 all day.
There you go.
So when you don't have your
because you got to realize, bro, like you said, like you just said, it's 1-on-5. When Giannis gets it in the playoffs, they're double teaming him, triple teaming him. He needs other guys to step up. You know what I'm saying? Middleton is shaky and suspect in the playoffs. Bledsoe did not step up this last playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
He was garbage.
He got other guys. Dante DiVincenzo, he's a young, good player. You know what I'm saying? He's making strides, but he's just not there yet. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He needs better guys around him.
Yeah, I understand it, but what I'm saying, Giannis don't step up in the playoffs either, though. Like you see him in the playoffs, like it ain't that spectacular.
Well, he does step up. It's just the fact that,
what's going on,
Grundy said, it's 1-on-5.
It's
like
1-on-5, man.
1-on-5. You know what I mean?
He can't shoot. They know he can't shoot.
You know, you're right, Matt Pat. You were gonna say that he doesn't shoot. He needs to work. He needs to work on having a 3-point shot. If he could develop that, a deadly jumper, especially from 3, he would be unstoppable and he would be killing. He does.
He need a mid range. He ain't even got a mid range game.
Right.
Yeah, at least a consistent jumper.
He does step up, bro. He's still a monster in transition, bro. He still gets buckets down low and posts up, but they do double and triple team him. He just needs better help around him. He doesn't have the help. You know what I'm saying? That LeBron
my thing is this: you got him playing the center position anyway, and he loves, rolling down the court anyway to get a dunk anyway. So for him, he just needs to learn how to make better passes out of the post. When he's being double teamed, he needs to sense the double team a lot quicker, so that he can hit those passing lanes quick, but he needs a supporting cast around him. Exactly. Getting rid of Nikola.
And he does need to develop a jump shot as well.
That's it.
He just did the
He can get like a baby hook. He don't need to be shooting no damn threes.
Well, not like a sort of a mid-range jump shot, a higher percentage shot.
Right.
To just put more pressure on the defense. You know what I mean? That's
but everybody's gonna collapse him.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, we need to get a Tim Duncan game. That
credit, though, he ain't like
Ben
Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons scared to shoot the 3. At least Giannis will attempt it, and he can hit every now and then.
Right.
And I can't wait to see that soap opera with the
Philadelphia 76ers, man.
That's gonna be a soap opera, baby.
You know they not finna go nowhere. I don't even think they want to go nowhere.
I mean, I think Embiid is gonna be punching people.
First round bounced out.
You already know, man.
There'll be a playoff team.
What about Houston?
First round bounced out.
Yeah.
What Houston gonna do?
Houston is for sale.
Yeah,
Houston is for sale, bro.
Nah,
It's
Well,
over.
I mean, we can't really predict what Houston gonna do. We know what James Harden is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what John Wall is gonna do. He hasn't played in 2 to 3 years, and then we don't know what Boogie's gonna do. Boogie's been, you know what I'm saying? Boogie hasn't played last season, and before that, he only played a certain amount of games because he was injured with the Warriors. So you know what I'm saying? Those are the 3 main guys in Houston. We don't know what 2 of them are gonna do, but we know what James Harden is gonna do.
Right.
So
They
Houston
say
right
James
now,
Harden ain't showed up for practice. He didn't show up for practice today.
No, I mean, look, Houston is for sale, man. James Harden will be gone. If it's not this season, it's definitely next season. He will be gone.
I agree with you on
Now,
that.
now Boogie, I want to see Boogie get paid, and hopefully he can put together a good campaign so he can get some serious money. You know, same with Derrick Rose. He in the Derrick Rose category right now.
Now he is, sadly.
Once he proves himself and proves he's all right, and he's gonna get paid. But John Wall, it's over for John Wall. He's a one-trick pony anyway. Here's a guy he can't shoot neither. He depended on his speed.
On his speed and athleticism, you know what I mean?
He's all one tempo. He needs to learn change the speed. That was always a knock on him.
And when you've been in the league for so long, you're not about to change unless you got the willpower to change.
Right. And how old is
You're
John
getting older.
Wall?
You're 30 years old now. You know what I'm saying? You haven't played in 2 to 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be exactly the same as when you left it.
If you haven't made the proper
to see.
adjustments, if you haven't made the proper adjustments to your game, you're 30 years old, you're not finna change, dude.
They let you know they ain't working on their game. They just getting paid and ain't even working on their game.
No, it's not that they're not working on their game. They're not working on the things they need to work on. They're working on the things they're already good at, not the things that they lack. That's the problem.
Right. And you got
guys like Anthony Roberson from
game.
Oklahoma City who are, great defenders and everything, and you need them defensively, but it's like he can't shoot free throws. You know what I'm saying? It's probably he needs to work on that. You know what I'm saying? But guys work on the things that they're good at, not the things that they're weak at and need to develop to last.
Yeah, and then you got too many yes men around these players too. Instead of telling them like, "Yo, bro, you suck at free throws, man. Let's shoot 1,000 free throws today."
Yeah. or let's work on your handles or something. Or work on, you know what I mean?
Right.
Running the you know what I mean, work on cuts and screen, you know what I mean, setting screens and rotating, you know what I mean, properly. You know what I mean? Running a half court set, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of these guys only know how to run up and down the court in a transitional offense. You know what I mean? They don't know how to really play basketball. And it's a shame.
I agree with you. And there was another cat that came on here one time, and he was like, he was saying that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, it's better now because at least you don't have big guys clogging the paint. But it's like, bro, you got cats standing around the 3-point line when they should be cutting. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's everybody standing around
y'all giving up points. Y'all giving up layups, not cutting, and then you making it easier on the defender because you're standing right next to your man. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of cutting and get a wide open layup, you want to pass the ball around, but it's easy for the defender to switch and rotate.
Yeah, exactly. Stay connected to you.
Exactly. Why you think I'm excited about my Bulls? They finally getting the coaching staff that's going to teach them some fundamentals. They got talent. They got young talent. They're one of the youngest teams.
Yeah, that boy Kobe White is nice. I'll give you that. But
and Zach LaVine too. Look, Zach LaVine needs a lot of credit, man. This is a kid that had a serious knee injury, and he came back last season, had a monster year. He should have been an all-star, and got shafted. He's showing you that his game has improved. His outside shooting improved. And he's got explosiveness going to the rim, which surprised me even more. So by playing them together, I think I'm excited to see that. For Lowry, for marketing, right? He doesn't have the pressure of being the face of the franchise. Let Zach LaVine be the face of the franchise. Let Kobe be the co-star. And marketing can quietly be the third wheel. And I think that actually helps him.
I think Kobe White needs to be allowed to flourish a little bit more. You know what I mean? Because
but I think Billy Donovan is going to allow him to do that by making him the starter.
Wait a minute. Billy Donovan is the coach of the Bulls now?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he got Mo Cheeks on his coaching staff too. He got a good coaching staff. Like this is the best coaching
Shit, you
staff
know
the
Mo
Bulls
Cheeks
has.
don't play.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
and they
course, and he
need, and
back in the crib.
exactly, and the Bulls, for them to be a young team, they need that toughness,
Mm-hmm.
that
You
Chicago
believe in
toughness.
Billy Donovan?
I do, because you know what? Look at his track record in OKC. All you need to do is look at last year. That team, under normal circumstances, wouldn't have been the playoff team. He did a good job coaching them up, and again, just teaching basic fundamentals.
That's what it's
Basic
about.
fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got a talented team in the Bulls that are young and are hungry. And they're not going to make the same mistake they did last year by putting Kobe White on the bench and letting him come off the bench. They're going to make him a starter. And if they would have made him the starter with Zach LaVine, they would have made the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Because they lost a lot of fourth quarter games in the last second.
Yeah.
You know, and as far as all the talk about Zach LaVine being traded, I don't see that happening. The Bulls have done everything, in fact, to make Zach LaVine happy by firing the coach. Soon as the new GM got in town, he was like, Zach, what you need? You don't like the coach? Cool, you fired. Let's start interviewing.
Yeah.
Well, that dude needed to be fired
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh,
What was his
my
name?
God. He needed to be fired terribly.
But
And nobody on that team liked him. So with Billy and Mo Cheeks and the rest of that staff, I think the Bulls are on their way up. That's why I'm confident that they could be a 7th seed in the East. They're going to sneak up on a lot of teams.
Mm-hmm. And as far as the Western Conference goes, man, still do not sleep on the Memphis Grizzlies, man. Ja Morant, hey man, I think he can do something with those with them Grizzlies, man. You know what I mean? He has the ability
Yeah,
to make
Ja Morant is nice, but the kid I like is the post player. What's his name? Jaren Jackson. He's nice inside and out. He's nice inside and out. I like him, bro. I think he was injured a little bit this season, but when he comes back, he's gonna be straight.
I just hope that the
My
Memphis
thing
front
is
office
Memphis
don't. What was that? I'm sorry.
Memphis is
I was asking who they pick
gotta
up.
find that replacement they had in Jay Crowder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, C-Pen, who got the better barbecue, Memphis or Kansas City?
Oh, we've been through this shit already.
Oh,
KC, man. KC all day, man.
Oh, we've been through this.
Oh, man.
Here, Memphis, but
that's why we
like
started
Kansas
laughing.
City, dog.
It was a warfare, boy.
You already know.
Especially with Chris.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. He ain't been on here in a minute either.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And then me and him got into it over the best Cajun food. Talking about Baton Rouge got the best food in Louisiana. Hell no.
Nah, you got to go to Old Acadiana. You know what I'm saying? Southwest Louisiana got the best seafood.
Yeah, they up there. They catching up to New Orleans, but they're not quite there yet. They like 1B.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited about the season.
Though, man. You know,
the barbecue. Man.
What was you saying though?
But yeah, no, I'm excited about the season, man. You know, I'm just gonna be watching Bulls games, man. I'm not watching the Lakers games. I'm not supporting the Lakers.
Not at all.
You know, because you know what's about to happen, right?
Exactly, dude.
They gonna help LeBron get to 5 to 6 rings.
Of course.
So that way they can make the argument that LeBron.
Nah, I think what it was originally before he signed this deal, I was kind of shocked he took that extra year because we thought he was gonna try to do this little three-peat, but he's trying to do that 4th year and trying to play with his son, Bronny, and get him in the league. But I've been watching these cats, bro. Bronny is not gonna be ready for the league out of high school. He got a kid on this team named Amari Bailey from Chicago.
Yeah,
now this cat will be ready for the league out of high school. He is dynamic. He can get to the basket anytime he wants. He can pull up for a jumper, a step back anytime he wants. He can even post guards up. You know what I'm saying? 6'4", 6'3", and you know, with his back to the basket like Jordan and Kobe, and turn around and just hit.
He's a beast.
And you said he from the
And
crib
I
too
mean,
here.
everybody's trying to
He
say
from Chicago.
Bronny is
Yeah, I think from out south, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
he's
out.
I
from
think he's from out
Chicago. I
south.
don't know what part, but
Yeah.
everybody's trying to like say Bronny is all this and that, and like
Nah,
his
man.
IQ. I'll give him credit, bro. I'll give him credit. He has a good IQ when they're getting pressed, breaking down the press. But other than that, he doesn't have the tenacity, the you know what I'm saying, the creative ability like Amari does or some of these other cats, bro. He's like average. You know what I'm
Right.
saying for D1. I don't think he's the type of cat that could go to the NBA or to Duke. He's more the kind of kid that will go to Creighton. I couldn't see him at UCLA. He's more better at like a Fresno State or Vanderbilt, like Scottie Pippen
Right.
Jr. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Is that I can agree with that. With Bronny, I do think he needs more development. And I think with more development and coaching on the collegiate level, I know he's gonna be done in 1 year. I wish he would stay in for 2 years. Because I think with
No,
coaching,
they're trying to change the rules to where the high
I
school
know.
where the kids can come back out of high school.
High
You
school,
know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? Like before
I know.
2005, before 2006 when they ended it. That's
I
what they
know.
want. But I'm saying this kid is barely going to be
No,
ready
he's
for
not.
D1.
He's
You know what I'm
not.
saying? He can't be going to the league.
Right, his body, he doesn't have the right body either.
It's not
He's
even the
got
body. He has the body because he's tall, he's athletic, he's going to grow. But it's like he doesn't have the skill set, the tenacity, and the creative
It's about the
ability
game.
to
It's
do
about
it.
the
Defensively, he's suspect. He's a little turnover prone. But I mean, he does have a good IQ in transition and when they're getting pressed. But
Right.
as for a D1 player, he's going to be average. He needs to go to like a mid-level D1.
Right, but I can see him at Duke and playing well under Coach K. I think if he was with Coach K
He ain't really
for
scoring
2
no points.
years, no, but it's not about that. For a guy like him, I think he needs coaching. That's the one thing LeBron never got and never chose to get. I hope that he looks at that and says, "I want to be coached." Because if he goes to a Duke like with Coach K is going to be about defense, going to be about effort, going to be about breaking down film, and help his IQ expand his IQ even more. Most of these NBA players that get drafted at 19, 20 years old, they're not good defenders. They're not solid shooters. The best shooters that are coming out of the draft are people that play in Europe. But they've played in Europe all their life or for 4 or 5 years. Remember, Luka was a professional, a super professional.
Yeah,
So
he was a 16-year-old playing against grown
So
men.
he was ready by the time the draft came. But the college game, because of this one and done, and now they want to try to change it again, these guys are underdeveloped. And unfortunately, the NBA isn't smart enough to at least use the G League as a developmental league to treat it like Major League Baseball and say, look, hey, April 3rd, come up. Let's see what you can do. Okay, we're going to sit this old guy down who's been trash, and we're going to give you a shot. But, the NBA, they're not smart like that. So, unfortunately, you got a bunch of 19, 20-year-old kids that basically they know a few fundamentals. They're athletic, but we don't know what they can do.
They know how to handle the ball. They know how to dribble. They know how to dribble. They know how to handle the ball. They know how to shoot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand
the shooting.
They don't understand
average.
the game. They don't understand the chess match that you know what I'm saying. The chess match you play when it's
most
fourth quarter
And that's
tight
mainly
game,
the big
playoff
men.
game, and the game is close. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but
they don't
Frank,
understand
most
that chess
19,
match.
20-year-olds don't understand that. That takes maturity. That takes being in those situations.
It takes maturity and it takes work, a lot of work.
Right, it takes a lot of work, and you got to be in those situations. Most kids that are coming out of high school, yeah, you were the best player in your high school. Yeah, you may have won state, but when you going up against the best in the country, it's a whole different
zero, man. You back to ground zero.
Right, you back to ground zero.
You gotta prove yourself again.
So that's why I'm a component of
exactly, because even at the collegiate level, the last man on the bench, he was all county, all state where he was coming from.
Right.
And here's my
For
thing,
real.
though, man. I think the big men are the most undeveloped talent right now. Like, they need to find a way to incorporate the big men back in the game, some man. Because to me, it feels like the big men are not being developed correctly these days, man. Like, I don't see these guys facing up correctly, using their footwork, getting position
Yeah,
in the
you,
post.
You're
You
right.
know, doing up unders, the head fakes, the shoulder fakes, all that. You know, I
Yeah,
don't really see
yeah, I
that
know,
much
I know,
anymore
I know.
with the big men.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. But that comes from coaching.
Yeah, it
That
does.
comes from
It does.
coaching, and that's why I'm a big component of, like, even with Bronny, you spend time at Duke or you go to a school like Georgetown where you had legends like Alonzo Mourning, Patrick
Patrick
Ewing,
Ewing, yeah.
right?
Nah, bro.
And you're a
Georgetown
big.
is in shambles right now. All the play they got like rid of 3 players, then 1 player transferred. He was from the Bay. I can't remember his name, James Akinjo, and then Mac McClung ended up going to Texas Tech. Shout out to Patrick Ewing, you know what I'm saying? Great
Yeah.
player, but Georgetown got a lot of problems.
Oh, wow.
But I'm just giving an
But I
example
agree with
though.
I agree with you on the developmental part. But here's my thing. Uh, Duke got as a player number 14. I saw him like a couple years ago. He rode the bench. Now he played a little bit last season. Now he's playing a lot this season as a senior, and he's
Mhm.
putting in work. But I see that's what Bronny would need personally to really be
Yeah.
the best player he could be. But he's gonna
Yeah.
try to be a one and done, or they're gonna try to change the rules and just get him in because of who his dad is. But he needs
Yeah.
really, you know what I'm saying, to
He needs
stay
to be
in school and
coached.
really learn for 2 or 3 years,
Right.
if
And I
not
think
4.
if he develops in a good college system, he can be dangerous because he already has the IQ and the intelligence. You can see it in certain instances. But without the developmental part, it's going to be very difficult because he's not as explosive as LeBron James.
Not at all.
When he came out of high school, I mean, LeBron was ferocious as far as his
Yeah, he's not
athleticism
as
was
good as his
concerned.
dad in transition. You know what I'm saying? His dad in
Right.
transition was a lot more dangerous. You know what I'm saying? When he was his age. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
will give LeBron that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And his vision
He was
too,
a lot
because
more athletic. And LeBron was more athletic and more explosive than what Bronny is now. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? You see that in
right.
guys like Amari Bailey and other guys on his
Close.
team, but you don't see that from him.
No,
Mhm.
no, I don't see that from him at all. I hope, I
To
know
it.
it's probably not going to happen, but one can hope that, at least if he can fit a year in college or at least 2 years, I think 2 years, I think he's going to be something special.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Two or
Now I'll
But
three
tell you
years.
yeah.
about something special in his class. Dewan Wagner's son, DJ
Oh,
Wagner. Now this little nigga,
It's cold.
yeah,
ooh, god,
DJ
man,
is
this little
cold. He
dude
ready.
is little.
He's ready.
He's like little
yeah,
Penny to me, bro. He
yeah,
plays just like Penny
yeah,
Hardaway,
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
and
He
that's gonna
Exactly.
does.
be a
Bring a
beautiful
smile to
thing,
my
bro, because he's
face.
gonna be a McDonald's All-American, and it's gonna be the first time you have a grandfather, Milt Wagner, who was a McDonald's All-American, won a championship with the Lakers in '88. Dewan Wagner and DJ Wagner, the first 3 All-American, McDonald's All-American, and grandfather, father, son in the NBA.
Mm, that's special.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
because the Juan Wagner, man, I was sad. I was sad that his career got cut short, man. Because at Memphis, he was tough, especially when they played in the tournament, that little conference
Hmm.
tournament. He was going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta check these guys out. Shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
I want to see what Lonzo Ball gonna do.
yeah, I was gonna transition back into that. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where did he go? I forgot.
He still he been New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, he's still with
Still with the
he's
He's
still
still
with
with the
Nolans.
Pelicans, but the cat they drafted, you know what I'm saying? I think they drafted his same position, trying to say, you know what I'm saying? We really don't need you down here.
basically.
Well, either one or two things are gonna
Who was starting?
happen. Either
Kyrie Lewis
Lonzo
starting
is gonna
for
step
sure.
up and rev up, or he gonna get replaced.
Exactly. Most likely he's gonna get replaced because that boy Kyrie Lewis, he got a little game to him, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And
Oh
they
yeah.
have a young coming out, young squad, you know what I mean, that can do a lot of things,
Hmm.
and all they need is a bench, you know what I mean, and they'll be straight for a couple years to
Yeah.
come.
Yeah, and that could be addressed in free agency. You know, when you got a young, talented team like that, I always say, you know, get veterans in there that can mentor, you know, that can come off the bench, bring some toughness to them, give them some confidence, let them grow some hair on their chest, you know?
Right.
Give them some of that gin, you know what I'm saying? Give them some of that gin.
Yeah, and they got a couple young pieces. They got a nice little big man in Jackson Hayes, who's second year player. He's nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? E'Twaun Moore has always been reliable. I think he's still down there. So
yeah.
Right.
You know, they got Frank Jackson. He's cool.
I'm playing Nikhil Alexander Walker more.
Alexander. Yeah.
Walker, I'd like to see him play on more. I feel like he didn't get enough burn last year. I want to see how this development turns out.
Yeah.
Because I thought he's going to be something.
And also for I think for New Orleans to flourish even more, I think, you know what I mean, Brandon Ingram down the stretch, they have to make him the number one option, you know what I mean, because he's the best scorer on that team to beat. And it's, you know, right now, you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm hoping Zion continues to improve on his game, but as of right now, they need to. I think Brandon Ingram, you know, he has that. You know what I mean? That getting that green light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Zion got to be the passenger. Zion got to be the passenger. Brandon Ingram got to drive the car from now on. That's how it should go, in my opinion. Because Brandon Ingram does have more skills.
Yeah, you know, and again, when you coached in college and you're in more situations, you get better. I'm proud of Brandon Ingram. You know what I'm saying? Because he's living up to what people believed he could be, which is a perennial all-star. And I think with him,
he just had to get away from LeBron.
Yeah, definitely
had to get away from the Akron.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He needed the ball in his hand, you know. And just like Kyle Kuzma, he was in his way.
Yeah, but Kyle will get traded. He gonna get traded, and I hope he land on his feet.
Yeah. Yeah, but if he does, where do you guys think he should go? I'm still wondering.
I mean, there's many places he can go.
San Antonio, that might be interesting. You know what I mean? That might under Popovich, that might be.
I would say Boston.
If he get traded, ain't it gonna be up to the Lakers? Where he go?
I would say Boston. He would be a good fit there, especially to help out Tatum, because Tatum, they're trying to make him a stretch 4, and he's not quite a stretch 4, but they're going to keep him at the 4 because he gives matchup issues.
Right.
So to have Kuzma out there, you got an extra shooter out there that can stretch the floor and give you more shooting.
I guess. But,
and then it takes pressure off of Walker.
Isn't Kemba Walker gonna be out for a little bit?
Yeah, until January. So until January 1st. So for
what's
Walker,
wrong with him? What they say wrong with him?
I think it's a knee injury. Don't quote me on that. But they saying he's going to come back early January. But if I'm Boston, I would entertain a trade with the Lakers to get Kuzma. You get an extra shooter, you know, that can help out Tatum and Brown out there. And then when Walker comes back,
who you gonna give up? Grant Williams, because you need that defensively.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. But they do got draft picks still.
They do, man. But I think Boston needs another big man. You know.
They're not utilizing.
They signed Tristan Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? That ain't impressive.
That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it.
Right.
You know, you said they're not utilizing
Curry. I'll rebound them.
They're not using my man Taco.
Taco need a lot of work, bro. Taco there to sell tickets on Taco Tuesday. You know
Man, look, the job
Man,
is
Taco too stiff, dog. Taco too stiff to play 60
look.
minutes.
Yeah, he too
All,
stiff. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. It's nice in the fourth quarter. You bring him in with like 2-3 minutes, and you just lob it up to him, and he just lobs it in. But he's not. He's like C-Pen said. He's too stiff. He's not fluid enough. You know what I'm saying? But it's great for the fans. You know what I'm saying? You got them fools in Boston wearing taco outfits. It's Taco Tuesday. You give him away free tacos if he scores 10 points or whatever.
It's simple. Taco, get that rebound.
Yeah, but
and put it back.
But here's the thing: you're gonna need somebody that's a little more mobile and that can just move a little bit more. You know what I mean? That's what Boston needs to me.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
Yeah.
And
or I can see Kuzma going to Utah, and Utah need shooting.
Yeah.
They need shooting bad. And if you got that with Gobert, Kuzma, Mitchell, you got a nice little set.
Yeah. And I think, man, Utah, man, from what I've been seeing a little bit, from Gobert, they might need to put him in the post a little bit. You know what I mean?
I don't know why they don't throw it to him in the post in the first place.
Yeah.
He's the biggest guy on the court.
Right, he's too big not to be getting the ball, on the block. You know what I mean?
For real.
Getting a little jump hook in or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But what y'all think? How y'all think that? Go ahead.
I was saying, but is it me or do y'all think majority of the teams in the West, like near the top half of the West, took a step back in this offseason? Because it feels like most of these teams took a step back in the West.
Well, it's quieter because the money wasn't there. A lot of these teams are cash strapped. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of money to flow around with a lot of these teams. So they was depending on the draft and the undrafted free agency, which is underrated, which the Bulls took advantage of, and I'm happy about that. But nah,
and don't forget, you got these scam artists in clutch sports like Rich Paul using these little pawns like Jeremy Grant to send them to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to lock up LeBron in the playoffs next year. You know what I'm saying? They sending cats.
Well, Frank, Osino happy about that, man. We can't rain on his parade, man.
Them Pistons, yeah.
The Pistons ain't going to nowhere. They're going to go to Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? After everything.
Go to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, go to Pizza Hut.
Well, the Pistons was making some good moves. I was a little shocked, though, that they drafted Killian Hayes over Tyler Halliburton in the draft this year.
Well, to me, the Pistons made moves to get publicity. Same thing with the Ball situation. You know what I'm saying? The Bulls made smart moves by getting Williams.
But the Pistons did make some nice little moves, though. They got Grant from Denver. I think Miles Plumlee is going too.
Grant, my thing is this: when has Grant been considered a top tier player or a mid tier top player?
Just now he's just coming in. Not a top tier player, but defensively he's showing improving what he can do.
Yeah,
he's a good piece you need on your team.
We'll see what he can do on a bad team. Denver's pretty good when you got Joker and you got Williams and all those Burton. Eric Burton and all those guys.
Because
I agree with you. I feel like he might have been a better situation in Denver versus going to the Pistons. I agree with you on that.
Exactly. So we'll see how good he is.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that talk about Grant was based off of LeBron. And that's when people started talking about Grant because of LeBron bringing him up. But like I said,
he was locked.
Let's see what he do in Detroit. Now, I'm not going to rain on Sino's parade too much, but I got to see it. Now, my boy Derrick Rose, he going to ball out. I don't know what they're gonna do with the Griffin situation, but he might get hurt anyway and not finish the season, so it don't matter.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you what you thought about Blake Griffin.
So I'm just saying. So a lot of the moves that they're making, I give Detroit credit. They are trying to make some noise here, but they're not doing anything that says to me like, man, they are on the rise compared to like Atlanta or the Bulls, in the bottom Eastern Conference or Orlando. Right.
Yeah.
Because on the down low, like Orlando's been in the playoffs 2 straight years in a row, and nobody's talking about them. And this is a team that developed strictly in the draft. They did good job scouting their players, and they're gonna grow from their experiences as long as they keep their nucleus together. Atlanta's trying to do the same thing. I know the Bulls are definitely doing the same thing, and they made some great picks with Williams out of Florida. He's going to come off the bench, be a good defensive player for you, and bring that toughness that Mo Cheeks is talking about. And then they got the guy from, I forgot the country he came from because it's so late, but he's a marksman from three-point land. So can you imagine, like, marketing and him playing next to each other? The person I feel sorry for is Wendell Carter Jr. Because if he don't do something, he's gonna be out. But Detroit ain't doing nothing to me that screams like, man, they, when it comes to the final 4 spots of the Eastern Conference, oh man, Detroit gonna be in the mix. I don't see it. They in the same situation New York is in. Everybody wishing for players. What you want to get Draymond Green, who's past his prime?
Get a triple single.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, let's see how Draymond plays without Steph Curry and Clay and Kevin Durant.
Exactly.
Talk to me.
Exactly. Let's see how Draymond can play, without having some of the best shooters of all time to pass the ball to,
right.
Rolling off these cuts, you know what I mean?
Right. Because you can be the general all you want, but if your players can't follow your lead, you in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
all right, so since we on the Western Conference, what y'all think about Phoenix? They got Chris Paul, they just got Jay Crowder, they still got DeAndre Ayton, the big man they drafted, Devin Booker.
Yep. I see them being very dangerous. I think they can really make a playoff push.
They can, man. They still got Devin Booker too, who's
I'm not high on Devin Booker. I mean, he's all right for the team that he's on. Yeah. But I like the pieces around Devin Booker. I like the big man that they got. That they drafted 2 years ago.
Dylan Smith and Aiden, you know what I mean?
Right. Aiden, that's what I'm talking about. Aiden. He's a force in the paint.
They can cause trouble.
Did they re-sign Baines or is Aaron Baines a free agent? Is Aaron Baines a free agent or did they re-sign him back?
I thought Baines was a free agent, but I don't know if he re-signed with them or not.
If he did, that would help a lot still.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So Phoenix is another team you can't sleep on. I like Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I like what JJ, the black GM, is doing over there.
Oh yeah, one of LeBron's little
hey,
LeBron's little puppy.
Well, you can call him a little puppy, but he didn't get any of LeBron's
little bag carrier.
Hey, he didn't. Listen, he not cherry picking off of the LeBron James Clutch Sports tree though.
Well,
I mean, he went out and drafted well.
That nigga James Jones in Phoenix, bro. All he is a pawn piece for LeBron. Whenever LeBron's gonna need and want something from Phoenix, he's gonna go through James Jones and he's gonna get it just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, the Lakers ain't getting nobody from Phoenix. They're gonna buy off the market like they always have, man. They go past the luxury tax.
Bro, LeBron, the reason James Jones got that job. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
When he wants something, he gonna swindle it out of him.
Frank, you need
For
more
a lot of
brothers in the
things in
front
regards to this
office.
league.
That's fine, but when it comes to doing your job, that's another thing.
He's been doing the job.
I understand. Let's see.
He's been doing the job. Look at the young talent he's put around
Let's see if
him.
it stays that way, man.
I hope so.
Yeah,
But
you know
I'm
what I
saying,
mean.
look, I can only grade the man the way he's doing so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? And what he's been doing so far is he's put together a young, exciting team for the city of Phoenix. And they got a chance to make the playoffs. I see them being a 7th or 6th seed.
Well, since
I see him as an 8th seed getting bounced out the first round, but yeah, I do see him as a playoff team.
Well, since we brought up Phoenix, what
y'all think about Portland though?
Oh yeah, okay, go yeah.
Look, Malcolm needs to get traded, man.
You said who?
Malcolm needs to get traded.
Wait, Malcolm who?
You mean CJ?
CJ McCollum.
No.
CJ McCollum?
Yeah, CJ McCollum. My fault, y'all. It's late.
Yeah.
You think about Malcolm Brogdon from Indiana.
Yeah.
No, they need him.
Yeah, they need him for sure.
Yeah.
But CJ needs to be traded. I think the Portland Trail Blazers are gonna digress. I mean, you don't got no real defenders. The coaching staff, if they don't make an emphasis on playing defense, I feel sorry for Lillard because he's got to put up 55 points a game just for them to be average.
They did have some defenders though, but they didn't have their defenders in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? Trevor Ariza didn't go to the bubble, and Rodney Hood didn't go to the bubble. I think if they would have been in that series, it would have been totally different for the Lakers. It wouldn't have been no gentleman's sweep. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a 7-game series.
Yeah, but Ariza's getting long in the tooth. Hood, I like Hood in certain spots. You know what I mean? But you need consistency. You need that dog that you know. When I put
he was pretty consistent. You know what I'm saying? Once he left LeBron, he was stepping up, hitting game-winning shots in the playoffs and shit. All he needed was to get away from LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So
that is true. That's true. We'll see what they do. I'm not high on the Portland Trail Blazers right now. I don't see them making the playoffs because defensively, I think they're horrible.
Yeah.
And Hood is coming off of a very serious injury. And is he going to have his legs back at the start of this thing or throughout the season? Ariza's getting long in the tooth. Yeah. And they didn't address anything in the draft, not really. And free agency, they didn't really address anything. So you pretty much got the same group coming back. Okay.
Yeah. But I'm wondering how. Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. But I'm wondering how Sacramento is going to do, man, because they still have that same nucleus.
Yeah, and you know what? They're like Phoenix to me, Nick. They're like Phoenix to me
at all, man.
Well, I mean, they can do something,
I
don't know, man. That cat De'Aaron Fox is nice. I don't know if he's gonna stay long term, but that nigga's nice. And then they got Tyrese Halliburton. He gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying?
Melvin in the post.
And Marvin Bagley.
Marvin. Sorry.
It's Luke.
I'm thinking about my boy.
Messing up on all the names.
Man,
they still got Buddy Hield. You know what I mean? They still got him as a shooter. Yeah.
But I put them in the Phoenix category.
That's why I'm not sold on.
They're a young team. They're a young team with a lot of talent.
I feel like they could fight for that 8th seed. You know
they can. They can. I see New Orleans getting in. I see Sacramento getting in. I see Phoenix.
I definitely see New Orleans getting in because they got Zion. The NBA needs as much money as they can get. And Zion is a cash cow. They gonna market him. They was trying to slide him in the playoffs in the bubble.
Last year,
New Orleans came back and took it, but New Orleans gonna definitely be in the playoffs as long as
and they got a good team too. They got a good squad. And them playing a full season together, I think they'll be much better.
Yeah.
It'll be much better. I see New Orleans, Phoenix, Sacramento getting in. I don't see San Antonio.
What y'all think about Minnesota with the kid they drafted, Anthony Edwards? They got Cat and I think D'Lo the snitch.
Yeah. I don't see them going nowhere because you got Cat the Pussycat
Right. Yeah, I don't see them going anywhere anytime soon. But I think Denver might be in the same spot. They were. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the only. You know what I mean? I wish they could have gone further last series, but they couldn't even really get anything in against the Lakers because they wasn't. The league was pushing that agenda.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
They could still do something.
Oh yeah.
Plus, they
I
just
like
got
Denver.
What y'all think about Dallas Mavericks?
Dallas.
Now, my thing, Dallas is like that sleeping giant.
Could be a top
They
14
are very
this year.
dangerous.
Has to be a top
They
14
could be
this
the
year, in
number
my
one
opinion.
seed, or they could be like 4th or 5th. Right? It just all depends on
How durable is Porzingis though? He's a little fragile. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. That's the
Exactly. I was about to
problem.
say that,
I'm
Frank.
not concerned about him, man. I think Luka has a real good chance to win MVP this year.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does because he can go off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they re-signed Tim Hardaway. That was good. You know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
smart. Don't let him
Did they
go.
get Trey Burke back?
They still got Trey Burke. Yeah.
Yeah, still got Trey Burke.
Okay,
The
another
Wolves
good
trying to
piece.
get him.
Yeah. They still got
from Philly.
Yeah, for the most part, they still got their main squad. You know what I mean? That core nucleus.
Yeah, they that sleeping giant, man, and like I said, they got.
You can't be that sleeping giant with little fragile Porzingis. I get what you're saying. Luka gonna do his thing, nice pieces, and Tim Hardaway, and Trey Burke and everybody. But you know what I'm saying, Porzingis. If Porzingis was really durable and was really doing it, you know what I'm saying, I could agree with you. But that dude's suspect.
Yeah.
He brittle. He brittle.
Yeah.
But Frank, in those situations where if Dallas is smart because you do got some horses around Lucas, I would limit his minutes and just have him play heavy in the third, late in the third, middle of the third, all of the fourth quarter. So this way, he doesn't have to play.
I mean, but that depends though, because Luka's your point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might need him in those situations. You know what I'm saying, to open up the offense or maybe even to score at certain times.
Right, but you can get like Tim Hardaway to say, "Look, man, we signed you. You read up with us. We happy about that. But we're gonna give you a new role. We're gonna expand your role on the team so that we could preserve Porzingis.
Yeah,
because somebody has to do it.
Yeah,
because if that happens, that's actually good. Because for like a Tim Hardaway, he gonna feel like, man, all right, I'm a part of this thing. Okay, I can do my thing and go off, and Luka's gonna make sure I get the ball. And then Porzingis,
shit, bro, you seen him in the bubble? He was already doing this thing.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying now your confidence just gonna really grow. So with him, if you give him the role of saying, look, dog, you really the number 2 scorer on this team. When I need you to go off, go off. You got the green light. Don't worry about it. Just go.
Him and Trey Burke in that same.
Yeah, and him and Trey. And then you can preserve Porzingis and utilize Porzingis in the latter parts of the game. And I think that's going to be dangerous for teams like the Lakers, like even for Denver. Because, Porzingis is one of those guys that once he gets rolling downhill, he's going, Lucas is going, then you got the confident Tim Hardaway and Trey going. You got a dangerous squad that's just putting up points in the avalanche.
Exactly, especially if they get ahead and that's how the team you want to trade buckets with.
Right. I can't wait to see them Golden State Dallas games. Those are the games you want to watch.
Speaking of Golden State, man, How y'all think they finna be, man? You know, I know
think they'll
Trey is hurt. I mean, Clay is hurt.
They
You
still
know,
gonna be in playoff contention because you still got Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? Curry's coming back.
Yeah, and you know what? I like Andrew Wiggins
James
being
Wiseman the
on
Bucks.
Golden
That's what I'm
State.
interested in.
James Wiseman, yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, James Wiseman,
Yeah,
he's gonna
He gonna
be
be straight
solid.
because he's been working with Penny for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Penny gonna have him right. Steph Curry's still gonna be balling. You got Kelly Oubre. He might start. He might come off the bench. That's a good piece.
Mm-hmm.
We got Brad Wanamaker from the Celtics. He's definitely a good piece
Yep.
doing this thing off the bench. So the Warriors gonna be in contention, but you know what I'm saying? You can't really gauge them until Clay gets back.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they still got Wiggins, right? I like Wiggins on the Golden State Warriors if he's still there, because again, he's another guy that you don't have to. He doesn't have to be the star of the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's better at playing the secondary
Is
role.
he gonna play
anyway.
with some heart though?
Yeah.
My thing is,
Exactly.
Is he gonna care?
look, my thing is this: when it comes to that issue, I think he's gonna go out there and play hard. My thing is, when you on a bad team like Minnesota in a bad organization, I'm sorry, Minnesota is a bad organization. They got a bad front office.
Yeah.
You know, when you surrounded, when you working, just basketball aside, when you work for a bad organization, the morale for the whole company goes down, right? And
Yeah.
you stop caring about doing the fundamentals that made you a great worker.
Lowers
This
your
is,
confidence.
and it's the same thing with Minnesota. They are a bad organization. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't care because the folks in Minnesota are gonna go to the games, right? So for Wiggins to go to a championship place like Golden State, to be around that environment, and he doesn't have to deal with the pressure of being the man, and he can just do his part and focus on his role, I think he's going to be just fine. They just needed a real starting lineup because everybody was hurt last year. Everybody got hurt. I mean, everybody. I think they was getting folks on the street. I didn't know who guys was watching Golden State game.
Yeah.
But you know, with Steph coming back, he's healthy and focused. You know, you got the kid, the big man from Memphis in the draft, which is a great pick for them.
Absolutely.
And a great replacement for Draymond Green.
Yeah. Plus he looks like he's a coachable player, you know what I mean? And that goes
Penny was coaching him up in Memphis and in high school because he had him in high school.
Absolutely.
So he's very coachable. And then you still got Draymond Green. They're not going to trade Draymond Green right now. So, you know, you got a nice squad. You know,
but sooner or later.
And Wiggins has an opportunity to just do his role and be good at playing his role.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
sooner or later you got to pull the plug on him. So you got to pull the plug on Draymond at some point.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably will next year. They're just waiting for the development of the new kid.
Draymond and Wiggins, you get Clay back. You get you still got Oubre. Trade them, get some another starter or two, and a couple pieces for the bench. Maybe a draft pick.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with New York, they're so desperate to get a free agent. You know, but Dolan is just a terrible owner.
Yeah, but
he's a piece of shit.
It seems like New York is kind of turning a new leaf. You know what I mean? From the looks of it.
I like Brooklyn, but I'm not sold on the Knicks.
I'm not either. But it's just from the looks of it. You know what I mean?
Well, you know they put the token Blackie at the front of the store. It don't mean nothing.
Oh yeah.
Same people in the back of the store, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, as long as Dolan is on, I don't care if you got Mary J. Blige shaking her ass. The bottom line is you still got that.
Hey, speaking of Mary J. Blige, what y'all think about Power so far? The new
I haven't
season
watched it, man. I've been at work grinding. Like Grinding. I haven't been watching no TV.
I barely been watching any TV either. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in school right now, so
That's what's up. I'm telling you, you in the grind. See, Nick, you in the grind, baby. But I love seeing Mary J. Blige. The older she get, boy, I'm like, man. I want to quote my man Common Sense. Imagine how the cat must be.
Hey, Sledge, if you had the chance, Mary J. Blige or Erykah Badu?
Oh, that's hard, man. I would go with Mary J.
That ain't hard, nigga. Erykah.
I would go with Mary J. for the simple fact that I don't want to be wearing like turbans or nothing like that to get a spell put on me. Anybody she put it on, they done changed their whole lives around.
This is true.
I mean, man, dog.
She had Common out here wearing pink.
Can you imagine me after like sleeping with Erykah Badu? I come on Casino for Life on the live chat and Casino like, man, what happened to your locks? You got the big giant turban on. You looking like Marge Simpson. What's going on?
Right.
Like, what happened, G? Yo, somebody get this man a beer.
Yeah. But as far as who looks fine between the two, I'll still go with Erykah still. You know what I mean? And I love Mary J. Blige, but I still go with Erykah. You know.
Yeah, Mary J. ain't bad, but I gotta go with Erykah.
I would say Erykah, but I play. I'd say Erykah, man.
But shit, who y'all going with? Nia Long or Taraji P. Henson? No.
Nia all day, man. Easy.
With who?
Nia Long and Taraji P. Henson.
I would go with
I'm gonna
Nia
go with
Long.
Nia.
Yeah, I would go with Nia Long.
I guess I'll go with Nia Long too. That was kind of hard. That was kind of hard.
Yeah.
That was kind of hard.
Lisa Ray and Nicole Murphy on some light skin.
You said, hold on, wait a minute. What you say again, Frank?
Lisa Ray or Nicole Murphy on some Yellow Bones.
I can't go against my girl Lisa Ray, man. I can't go against Diamond. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I can't
deal with a chick.
I don't know. Lisa Ray a little crazy these days. You know what I'm saying?
Ray
Getting the OnlyFans. She a grandmother getting the OnlyFans. Then she going on Ayana Fix My Life. I don't know what's up with her, man. Shit.
What?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, but yo, she always been crazy, Joe.
Yeah, man.
We know from Chicago.
That's that west side of Chicago.
Yeah, y'all know. See, I ain't from the Shy.
Yeah, I know.
Chicago when it was always in it.
I already know.
You know,
I'm like, no, you got too much of a smart mouth. You might catch a case.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen her one time. She was driving up. She was in Oakland. She was driving up Golf Links Road in Gary Payton's front seat.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, more power to him. I don't want that headache.
Man, speaking of crazy, why the hell Wendy Williams get a documentary? Who the hell asked for that?
Oh my God. Well, that just shows you how terrible the world is these days.
This gonna show her getting her ass beat by Angie Martinez. Man, get that out of my face, man.
Right.
Hey, speaking of Angie, who would y'all hit? Angie Martinez in the prime or Angela Yee?
Damn, now that's a tough one. This is a tough one right here. Oh, man. I might give it to Angie. I think Angie's prime barely, man, but it's close.
Which one?
It's real close, dog.
Which one?
I would go with Angie Martinez as young as possible, like 97 Angie Martinez. I don't want no Angie Martinez now.
Oh yeah.
I want Angie Martinez like 97 version, not not no fucking today. No.
Yeah, not
So
today.
Prime Angie Martinez, yes. Today,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I might go with Angela Yee. You know what I'm saying? She look a little Asian. Might give me a little love me long time.
UNC though. For real.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I might have to go with Angela Yee. You know what I mean? Slightly. She looks a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Better.
I'm old school, man. I go with my 97 version, baby.
It's aged a little
I
bit better.
could do Angie Martinez because if I was hitting that from the back, I'd be thinking about that state property Nori
right.
Tuesday
Exactly. Exactly.
I'd be like, damn, it's Friday. It ain't even Tuesday.
I'd be like, yo, Cino, what's up, man? What's up, bro? Yo, Sliz, what you doing, man? Got Angie over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I've been having this. I've been asking a lot of people this question. You know what I mean? C-Pen, I don't know if you might be a little too young to answer this question, but I'm
Hold
still
on,
direct.
Nick. You 19 telling people they too young to answer this question.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Years old. How you gonna say I'm a little young?
I thought
He older than you.
Man, you just blowing the man's spot, man. Come on, man.
Man, we forget Nicholas is an old soul, blood. Like Nicholas is an old soul. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nicholas was hanging out with like John Coltrane and Charlie Parker and them back in the day and shit.
That,
no, all right, come on, all right.
I feel
Shout out to the great
I quit. I kid.
Hold on, but then who you was gonna ask, bro? Who you gonna ask? You gonna bring out some Lola Falana or somebody?
Oh, you funny. It was music based. You know what I mean? That's I was gonna give y'all. You know what I mean? I was gonna ask y'all. You know, because I've been asking a lot of people this. You know, who's the better lead singer? Who's the better singer overall between David Ruffin and Dennis Edwards?
David Ruffin. Dennis was nice, but man, David just had that mystique and that just something that was there, but you just physically couldn't touch what he had.
Frank, but Edwards had that soul, man.
Yeah, Edwards did have that soul. Edwards did have that soul and power, but David had that voice. You know what I'm saying? Dennis had that voice. Dennis had a powerful voice too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I feel like, I feel like at the same time, if you listen to the song Cloud 9, Paul could, if David was still around and in the group, Paul could have sang lead on that song, and it still would have been.
I'm telling you, dude. Paul does not get enough credit. He was the backbone of that group, man. Paul
was a hell of a baritone, bro. Paul was a hell of a baritone.
He was the heart.
Only other baritone that can compete with Paul like that would be what's cuz from the Dells, Marvin Jr.
Yeah.
And Marvin Jr. and Levi Stubbs from the Folks House.
Yeah, Levi Stubbs, yeah.
Yeah, I think Marvin might be a little stronger than Paul, but still.
Oh, Marvin way stronger than Paul, but I'm just saying Paul was a very powerful baritone. You know what I'm saying? I know they had Eddie, you know what I'm saying? I know they had David, but Paul was the original lead singer of that group, bro. He had a powerful voice.
Yeah, he did.
And don't let that movie fuck y'all up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because Paul wasn't no alcoholic like that.
Exactly.
Bro.
He had sickle cell.
Bro. He
had sickle cell anemia. You know what I mean? And he had sickle cell anemia, and to try to cope with it, he would drink. You know what I mean? And and seeing him. I actually seen a video of the Temptations actually performing Psychedelic Shack live on the Ed Sullivan Show, and you can see the physical fatigue on Paul. You know what I mean? His body, he was pale. He looked pale. You know what I mean? Trying to get through dance moves, he looked fatigued, and he was sick. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once he left the Temptations, man, that strength, that power. You know what I mean? That backbone wasn't there. You know what I mean? And as good of a singer as Richard Street was, he wasn't no Paul Williams.
No, he wasn't.
Right. But you know, Richard Street was Melvin's cousin, so that's how that worked out.
Right. Yeah. Plus,
And he did sing with them back in the day too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But I would go with Edwin. He brought the that powerful soul.
He had the powerful, but bro, I'm telling you, bro, David had the my girls and the David had the smoothness, man. Just couldn't. That David just had that mystique you just couldn't touch, bro.
David
like you know what I'm saying?
Smooth.
My girl, I wish it would rain. Come on, bro.
Since I lost my baby.
Since I lost my baby, ain't too proud to beg. Damn, man.
Too proud to beg.
Yeah.
I'm losing you, man.
Man, that's a hell of a run right there.
Well, wait a minute. Edward's version of "I'm Losing You" live was powerful too.
You right about that. See, you right about that. Doggone it.
Come on, now.
You right about that.
That's what I'm saying. If you're talking about voices, like, look, don't sleep on him.
But still, then again,
I understand. Like, I get it. I get it. You know?
But then again,
yeah, but you know what, bro? If it came down to that love song to just really bring the emotions out of you, bro, you gotta go with David.
I gotta go with David on that. I have to. A more soulful, up tempo song, you would go with Dennis Edwards. But overall, I gotta go with David. Slightly.
Yeah,
you can't beat that classic 5, dog.
That's true.
You can't beat that classic 5.
That's true. No, I agree with you, man.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man. I miss music like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I told the chick one time, I was like, look, man, we can't listen to Otis Redding because you don't get pregnant.
Right.
Like I came close a couple times. I'm like, man, I got to stop playing this cut. And I love Otis Redding. You know what I mean?
Man, Otis Redding, man, Sam Cooke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was quoting Sam Cooke on one of the live chats. This is a little while ago with the Adrian Broner situation with him in court. And the song I was quoting was by it wasn't by Sam Cooke, but he covered the song. Nobody wants you when you down and out. The 1963 live version, live at the Copa, a second time at the Copa. So, and Cino was like, man, you know your music. I was like, yeah, because I corrected somebody in the chat. Because he's like, no, Bobby Womack made that song. I'm like, no, Sam Cooke did. Sam Cooke helped Bobby
Well, you know,
Womack.
damn, bro, since you bring that up, man, you know, Cino ain't here. We've been on here for a minute, bro. Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all the story of Sam Cooke and Bobby Womack. It is some of the most degenerate piece. Man,
it's crazy.
Let me just tell y'all this.
It's crazy.
Bobby Womack was Sam Cooke's artist.
I want to listen to this.
And Sam Cooke, you know, Sam Cooke was doing his thing, bro. You know, he had his wife and everything, his daughter, but he was out there because he was a big musician, big time back in the day. He was swerving, doing his thing. Right. But you had a 19-year-old Bobby Womack, bro. That nigga was sleeping with his wife. You know, they made that song. I think he really trusts me too much or whatever. And when Sam Cooke died, Bobby gonna come to the funeral with this nigga suit on. You know what I'm saying? So Sam Cooke, you know, they was from Chicago, but they was originally from Mississippi. So his older brother ended up whooping Bobby's tail. And that made it hard on Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, man, you messing up things with us. You know what I'm saying? Musically. Mm-hmm. So Bobby ended up marrying Sam Cooke's widow. And he raises Sam Cooke's daughter. And when she turned 17, Bobby started sleeping with the daughter. That's how he ended up getting a divorce from his wife, because she came home and caught him messing around with the 17-year-old daughter, the little girl he was raising. And then, bro, it don't even get that bad. Turns out the girl, her name is Linda Cooke. Bro, Linda, she ends up leaving Bobby for Bobby's brother. Yeah. But the cold part is Bobby's brother, the reason why Bobby's brother became single is because he was married to she was signed to Motown. I can't think. Martha Reeves. Martha Reeves cheated on him with the other brother and had a baby. And then Linda Cooke ended up having a baby for you know what I'm saying, Bobby Womack's other brother. So you got like all these little kids that's like, you know what I'm saying, first cousin and half brother and sister at the same
Right.
time.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It is.
Yeah, it's a crazy game out here, man.
That's
But
a tango. That's
but
one big tango win right there.
exactly. But but back to Sam Cooke. What people don't realize, like Sam Cooke and Ray Charles were the first black artists to own their own masters. They had
Yeah.
percentage ownership in the top record companies in the world. What Sam was doing with his artists like Bobby Womack, who he was writing songs for, was he was one of the first artists to get royalties off of his songs. Like the Rolling Stones covered Sam's music. Otis Redding later on covered his music. Aretha Franklin covered his music. So he didn't have to record records. What he was trying to do was basically make a Motown before Motown. And if it wasn't for his death, people wouldn't be talking about Berry Gordy and Motown. They would have been talking about Sam Cooke.
Right.
And Sam Cooke knew Smokey Robinson and was lobbying for Smokey Robinson to be
the Miracles. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles.
Miracles, yeah. But he was lobbying for Smokey Robinson to be with him.
Right.
And work with him. But unfortunately,
Sam Cooke even said he was trying to put money behind Malcolm X too before he died.
Oh yeah, he did put money behind Malcolm X and his whole movement. Yeah, he was deep into politics too. That's why the change is gonna come was so powerful. He was gonna try to do more with that song.
Yeah, it's a powerful song, but it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We in 2020 and the change still ain't came.
Well, I mean, it's up to us though. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to.
The same stuff.
When you work together, you got to make sacrifices for the common goal, right? But if everybody's thinking about their own individual,
man, we
goals,
ain't working together, bro. You seen that video in Dallas? That restaurant owner came out yelling at them
right, exactly.
Yeah,
But you know what? I blame the establishment and this is me being the GM coming out, right? Because my thing is, I would have been like, why are y'all playing this kind of music on the radio?
Dude. That's invoking the
First of all, that's unprofessional, and you're enticing the problem right then and there.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. You know what I'm saying? He could have handled that in a totally different way. He could have just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to leave and get out very discreetly. But I will say this. When I seen that shit, it reminded me of that episode of the new Boondocks when Dr. Martin Luther King came back. And, Dr. King was in there. And Dr. King was all polite, like, excuse me, brother, excuse me, sister. And everybody was just getting out together with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ain't doing shit. And all the hoes was like, oh, nigga, you ain't my daddy. You don't pay my bills and shit. And then Dr. King just, well, you niggas calm down and shit, bro. That's what that reminded me of. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It takes that sometimes to get a point across and to get a message, and you know what I'm saying, to get all that shit across.
Right, but the thing is, to me, and this is the second part, it's about approach too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
the people you approach it don't respect, you know what I'm saying, civility. They respect ratchetness, you know what I'm saying, the debauchery. So it's like you kind of gotta
look. If I was to come over,
but I agree with you. You know what I'm saying. As a manager of a restaurant, he could have totally handled that in a different situation. He could have been on some real smooth shit. Y'all need to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom.
Right. You know what? It's again. I agree with Carcino on his video. I just think that some people are put in positions of management but don't know how to manage in certain situations. And this is why you got to hire people that know how to handle those type of situations. So that way, if you a cook, for example,
but that's the owner, bro. He the owner. It's not like it's not like he was hired as a general manager running it. He's the owner. He's the proprietor.
Exactly. But Frank, you the owner. That just means you put the cash up. That's all it means. It don't mean you know how to handle people. That's why you hire people to do that for you. So you don't look bad.
Exactly, but
because
it's
you
your money, it's
represent.
your investment. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
your investment, right?
You don't put no money into nothing that you don't have no control over. We all know that.
Exactly. Because the owner, all that means is they just put the majority, 51% majority up. That's all that means at the end of the day. But that's why you get hire people to say, "Hey, can you handle this situation? Cool. You know what? Let's change the music, and then I'm gonna come over there." You know what I mean? Because once you change the music and politely come over there, chat it up. You could joke and laugh with them and say, "Hey, sorry, we had to cut the song off, but we can't have twerking in here. We're not a club." You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let's dial it down. I guarantee you that female would have calmed down. Why? Because
But
look
I
at the
will
way she
say
was
though, you know what
reacting
I'm
to him.
saying? I agree with you, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like I said with the Boondocks, with the Martin Luther King situation, sometimes it takes something of that level, you know what I'm saying, just to make the shit go viral and to bring some attention and some focus onto, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we do need a little bit more discipline.
That's true. No, I agree with you. But can you imagine Malcolm X in that episode? If Malcolm X was in that episode, they'd be like, "Okay, what's he saying?" Because he gonna speak the language that they understand. Martin Luther King can't speak that language that they understand because they looking at him like a cream puff. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas Malcolm X was a pimp. Malcolm X was in them streets too.
The real one.
Right? And they know that.
Yeah.
So real recognize real.
Yeah.
And other real folks in that situation that's going on and hollering and hooting, they're going to get other people in line. Right? But it's about matchups. You can't talk to somebody if you grew up with 2-parent household, middle class, you can't be going into the poorest communities in the gutter of your city talking
Yeah,
about,
you can't be
let's
going to
all
the projects thinking you gonna run and
right.
dictate some shit and give
Right.
people
Or
moral
saying,
and
let's all
values
come
and compass and
together.
all that.
What they gonna like, nigga, who is you?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but that's what they're gonna say.
Right.
Right. So you gotta get people that came from similar backgrounds that could speak the language so they all can communicate, open up those lines.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is, especially with us, we are capable. When we come together and get some shit done, we get some shit done. But we gotta have a focus. But if you don't have a focus and everybody's just focused on getting their own shit and not for the common goal, for the village, this is why we are where we are.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah,
take a
that's true. But do
village
you
to work.
notice most times we only come together and do some shit? You know what I'm saying? When it's nothing really too productive, you know what I'm saying? It's usually around some, you know what I'm saying, debauchery, some kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
Or
presidency.
presidency.
Right.
Stuff that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So we're capable, and that's what it shows me is that we are capable. Even in these times, we're very capable.
I mean, shit,
But
bro. We the
are you
original man and woman. We more than capable. You know what I'm saying?
right?
It's just that we devoluted so far to where we can't even, you know what I'm saying? We can't even do the basics.
We're most
Right, but
definitely capable of getting stuff done. We God's children, you feel me?
right,
Yeah.
but it's about directing that focus. If you direct the focus, like I tell people all the time, I tell these brothers all the time, man. We teach each other how to do the bad shit, right? But if I teach you how to do the good shit and I'm consistent with my message, eventually the more you come to me, you're going to be like, man, how can I use my phone to look up this and that and the third that's positive, that's going to help you benefit? Like your phone that most of us are communicating on is a tool that we could use to do many things. We could watch porn, which is bad.
It's bad, yes.
We could go on strip chat. Not saying I do this stuff for the
Right. You
record.
go on Instagram looking at some
Exactly.
and whatnot.
Right. Or you could be like, you know what? I got this T-shirt idea that I want to do. How can I start my own LCC? And then you get a group of your friends and you be like, yo, man, look, I'm thinking about doing this. Y'all want to go in as partners. Let's read up on it. Let's take 2 hours out of our day to read up on this. Again, we have a focus. The problem with black folks is we expect that shit to be laid out for us. Instead of saying, no, we got to go and dig for this treasure ourselves. Some days you're going to find gold. Some days you're going to find copper. But you got to keep searching until, you can get your focus fulfilled. And it takes patience and time. Everybody wants things to happen now, or this should have happened already. But it's not going to happen until you put the work behind it. Because we're a village. We're a village of people. And in order for us to be a strong village, we got to be able to come together and have a focus. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the most successful tribes and chieftains in Africa, on the continent of Africa. They're successful because they have a solid focus. This is our main focus. This is what we about.
I feel you, but we got a lot of village idiots running around here, like Quando Rondo, that situation, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then now, bro, you got the G Herbo situation, the Casanova two-time situation and shit.
Yeah, that's true. But again, these young kids tripping without a map, man. That's all it is. And it takes OGs like, we're not going to be the OGs. Takes guys like you and me to kind of reinforce the message. So young guys like Nick coming up be like, yo, all right, I got the message. Now I'm gonna move forward with this. You know what I'm saying?
Nick got the message because in the past life, Nick was the deliverer of the message. Nick was everybody's OG in the past life. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's an old soul.
Yeah, hey, and that's good though. You know what I'm saying? That's good. No, at least we know one guy that's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
For real.
Through the grace of the Heavenly Father, I was able to take heed to stuff that my parents taught me.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, but those guys like her, man, they're from the streets, and you know, a lot of times, unfortunately, your grandmama raised you. Grandma can't raise no kids. Mama gone, daddy, you don't know.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. I see a lot of grandmamas out here. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing back in the day. They laid it down, but you know what I'm saying? With laws are more stringent now. You can't discipline kids like that and shit. Grandmama really can't. You know what I'm saying? Especially with keep up with the technology and all that.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it's about
nowadays,
the energy.
And nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Grandmama and Big Mama ain't like how Big Mama was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I was having this conversation the other day. You can't tell these young girls to stop twerking if grandmama and mama is twerking.
Right, man. Or worse yet, tooting that ass up. You know what
exactly,
I
man.
mean?
You got 40-year-old women, becoming grandmothers these days. You know what I mean?
For real. It's sad, man.
Shit, younger than that. 37,
younger than that, yeah.
Right.
You're right about that. Younger than that, yeah.
For real. Right. So it's a sad situation, man. It's no direct answer to it. But I know one thing, man, like, we got to have a focus, and we can only do it in little pockets, right? Like, it's us four on Carcino's channel. We came together because of Carcino and the content that he puts out there, right? And we're fans of that.
Absolutely.
Right? And we're having this conversation now, which brings us four black men together to try to live positive lives as best as we can. Because all you can do is the best you can do. We know we can't save everybody. Everybody don't want to be saved. Some people want to be victim like LeBron James. LeBron love playing the victim. You know what I'm saying? But for me, 100%. I'm not a victim, and neither is any of you guys. You know what I mean? So we just
we ain't making excuses. We making improvements.
Right. All day.
And that's something LeBron needs to learn, and maybe he could be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But that ship is sailed. But that ship is long sailed.
It's gone. It's gone. Because you know what? Like I've been telling y'all, man, when the white, I don't want to get too deep, but I'll say it like this. Adam Silver gave that boy power. Invisible power. I'll put it like that. Because he doesn't have any real power because he's just a player. He's not an owner. He's not, an executive. You know what I'm saying? They gave him imaginary power. And what it is with Adam Silver is Vince McMahon. He wants to try to make the NBA believe that we can turn anybody into a superstar. we could turn anybody and make them legendary.
And Sledge, if I could just interrupt you 1 second because you brought up power. Like you said, they gave LeBron that false power. But the reason why he ain't better than Kobe and will never be better than Kobe is because when, you know what I'm saying, the Most High sends the real, you know what I'm saying, to incarnate and to really do it, they come from the real power. So they don't give a fuck about your little
They
fake
come from
power.
the root.
You know what I'm saying? Because they are the real power incarnate.
Yeah, they come from the root.
Right.
Oh, you know that.
Yes,
and,
sir.
and you feel that. You know who's real and you know who's not.
Exactly.
You can tell right away.
You can sense it.
You can sense it. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean?
So
that's why LeBron, I got this little troll picture up right now. Look at that nigga eyes. You know, bro, that ain't no real baller, bro. That's not somebody that's clutch.
Nah.
That ain't somebody that's really real. That ain't somebody that's really to lay it down on the fourth quarter when the game is on the line.
That's not no leader, you know what I mean? That's not somebody that's gonna take up the responsibility of trying to win the game for your team. No.
And everybody, right? And like you said, like he's not a leader. Everybody's always talking about, oh, LeBron is this leader. LeBron has to do too much talk. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Tim Duncan, they don't do all this talk. They lead by example. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's just it. That's part of the narrative. Like for LeBron, if I can act and pretend to be what I'm not, then I'll be that. And that's his mentality. And it's unfortunate. It is. It's unfortunate because he had an opportunity to really prove himself and to be the man. And he chose to be a pawn. You know? And for those watching or still watching or listening, look up my man Carcino's video, Pawn James. LePawn James. He went from being a king to a pawn when he went to Miami.
There you go.
But he chose that. He wanted that. Because he knew that the league was going to say, oh, he's still the best player on the planet. He's still the greatest.
Right.
But it's all a dog and pony show.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you got to show and prove, dog. You got to show and prove. Like
he doesn't have to.
Right.
Because his belly is full. He's not hungry. His belly is full.
Yeah.
You can't force feed him. He's his belly full. And he's good where he at. Right? Whereas other ballers are like, man, give me that opportunity. I'm going to shine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the overall problem with the NBA these days, man. That's the overall problem with the NBA these days. You just brought up the WWE, which goes hand in hand because they have a plethora, like both, you know, they have a plethora of talent. You know what I mean? The NBA has a plethora of, you know, great basketball players, and the WWE has a great plethora of, you know, of good, you know, quality superstars, and they're not being put to use.
No.
You know what I mean?
And they end up leaving and shining somewhere else.
Right.
You know, you look at Moxley.
Well, I mean, you put all the marketing dollars behind this one bum, and it's not even paying off, bro. You know what I'm saying? More people are willing to watch University of Lafayette football versus BYU college football than the NBA playoff.
Exactly.
And the same thing goes with WWE.
In that situation, the numbers don't lie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And it's like you got these young talents like Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell going head to head to playoffs, and nobody knows who they are.
No one even
casual fans who watch the game. You know, when the playoffs come, you get people who, you know, people from your job who don't watch basketball, your girlfriend and stuff. They try to keep up with the playoffs and what's going on. Back in the day when people used to do that, they knew who Clyde Drexler and Charles Barkley and David Robinson and Sean Elliott and Kenny Smith were. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even know who Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray was.
Right. But that's the difference between David Stern
and Uncle Frank. It goes back to the Lakers and Rockets series, man. Did you pay attention? Did you know that they didn't start promoting the Rockets until they was about to get swept?
Right.
It was just LeBron on the commercials, and that was it. There was no James
Harden. The first commercial, bro, was all the Lakers. All Lakers, bro. They didn't even promote the Rockets the first 2 games with any commercial. It's all LA.
You just brought up them promoting Houston when they was about to get ready to get swept and stuff. The same thing they did in the round earlier with Portland. You know what I mean? They ain't started promoting Portland. You know what I mean? They started promoting Portland right up until they ended up feeding them to the Lakers.
Right. But that's the difference between David Stern. That's the difference between David Stern being the commissioner.
Well, the thing with David Stern was David Stern, even though he permitted these little things, you know what I'm saying? He was a hater for blocking that Chris Paul Kobe thing. Even though David Stern did permit LeBron little things like the Miami thing, because I know they wanted LeBron to win. They didn't want him to win in Cleveland. But David Stern protected the game. He protected the game. He kept the big men down low and protected the game. Adam Silver is just completely obliterate that. Oh, Adam, I need the guys up. They're not really doing nothing down there. I need them out the paint so I can drive and push off. You know what I'm saying? So they get the big men out the paint. David Stern protected the game. And it's like, bruh, if they would have did what Adam Silver did back then, all these fucking guards would be superstars that were only in the league for so long, bro. Like Troy Bell would have been an all-star. Sham Guy would have been a super player. You know what I'm saying?
Ray Podolsky, all them.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. That was my point. Now Adam Silver, he don't care about the game. He just cares about the marketing and the money that comes with it.
Right.
His mentality is we can turn anybody into a superstar as long as they dribble a basketball. But he's not about development. Think about it. All the developmental programs.
That's the thing, because you lose your essence when you only focus on money and you only see money. You lose the true essence and the quintessential essence of what you truly are, and that's the problem.
That's true.
The NBA
is lost. Truth, Frank.
Right. Yeah,
that's
exactly.
The truth. Why you think I'm not watching no national
I know
games?
we need the money. I know we need the money to live. I know we need the money to feel good about ourselves, to get the fly hoes. You know what I'm saying? To get the nice cars, the nice jewelry, pay the bills. But you know what I'm saying? It's more to life than just that.
Right.
Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? When you sell out and compromise, you know what I'm saying? The quintessential essence of what the game is about, bruh. That's why the league is falling.
Yeah.
Exactly. And plus, when you started out, you know what I mean? When you were younger, you started out, you didn't care about the money. You cared about the game. You had a love for the game, and you know what I mean? And that aspect.
Yeah, you had a love for picking up that basketball, going to the park with your homies. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You had rivals at the park. You know what I'm saying? This dude from the west side or this dude from the north side, man, I can't wait to bust his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Telling you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's how it starts out.
Exactly. Emulating your favorite basketball players. You know what I mean?
That's a story, man.
All that.
Speaking of emulating your favorite basketball players, who emulates LeBron? Everybody I know, they want to imitate Curry. People are still out there shooting fadeaways, talking about Jordan, Kobe. I ain't never seen nobody shoot a shot and be like LeBron.
Nope.
Maybe when I'm giving the elbow. When I'm giving the elbow in the lane, I'll say LeBron.
Right. Yeah. LeBron is just a miniature version of Shaq.
Kid want to play like LeBron.
I can't either.
Kid.
I can't.
Well, probably Lewis. Probably Lewis. He's trying to be somebody, man. But yo, I gotta go, man.
I'll say, but if I ever catch a fair case like Casanova and all them, I want a lawyer who rides for me like Lewis rides for LeBron.
That's a great bar, Frank. That's a great bar.
Yeah, man, but it's always a pleasure, y'all. It's always a pleasure.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all next time, man. Peace and love, y'all.
All right, most definitely. God bless Barakatha, all that. All right.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right. Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. I got a question. If we get off C-Pen and me and you get off this live, what's going to happen? Is it still going to be running like when T was asleep last night, or?
If maybe up for like a minute or two, then I think it'll automatically go off.
Okay, shit. Somebody going to have to notify Cino next time he just wants to abandon the live and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Knocked out sleep again, for sure.
Yeah. Shit. All right, bro. It's been real. Catch you on the next one.